You're going to put in a tree, multiple things. One, on a design element, you always want to frame any kind of, particularly an understory tree, anything like that, either in front of a window or, in this case, this square right here is going to be used to frame the tree. While it is off-center to the light here, the house always takes precedence to anything else. Often you'll see an understory tree be framed by that, or the center of a wall, or right in front of a window. You always center the plants on the house, not on the exterior lighting. In this particular case, is a wonderful example. Face of the plant, you always want the face of the plant coming outward. If it's a B&B, which is a burlap sack, you never want to leave this on. You always want to cut the wire off. You never want to leave the burlap sack on, particularly in Dallas. We have alkaline soil and alkaline water, so it won't disintegrate. It'll take years and years, and those years are the time when the roots could be growing instead of staying root bound. You will often see companies put whole trees in with this, thinking that that'll just rust out. It doesn't. Cut it. You don't want the tree to be root bound. You leave it here. You leave this on until you get to where you're putting it, and then you cut it. Anytime you plant a plant, for it to not remain root bound, because it will, you score a plant using like a window scraper. You can use your shears, it doesn't matter. But you want to score the root ball. You don't want to take too much of the root ball off, but it just frees up the roots to now start growing outward instead of keeping it like this and the roots just continue to grow inward. You want to score the plant for the roots to be flowered out and then grow out and establish better and faster. So like this, if you keep it like that, it'll grow in. You score it so it'll start to grow out. That's where you want. All right, another thing, you always want top of your root ball to be flush with the ground. You always put fertilizer on. Because we use organic fertilizer, it's really hard to overdo it. With organic, rule of thumb, more is better. When picking a tree, or literally just like any kind of bush, but particularly trees, you see this branch right here, it's growing across. You don't want that. See how right where this branch has been rubbing on this, creating that one is an open wound. It makes it susceptible to pathogen. This is kind of the first kind of branch that will be taken out by an arborist, because it rubs, it weakens the branch, and then in the strong storm, it falls on your car. You don't want that, it's unhealthy. Second, it's also just not aesthetically pleasing. You want everything growing out. So this is one where we would cut the branch right here. The whole tree has everything growing outward instead of something growing through it.